Colin Powell once said, "A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." Have you ever walked into your job one day and said, "Man, I really don't want to do this anymore"? Or you woken up and you're just hating Mondays. You have to wait through hump day on Wednesday, wait for Friday. For those who work in retail or healthcare or really any job, the 9 to 5, ask yourself how you feel or how your coworkers feel on a Monday. Then you ask yourself, how do they feel on a Friday? Usually on a Monday, people look dead inside. You look into their eyes, they're like irritable. They don't want to even say hi to you. They're miserable. And then come Friday, everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. All of a sudden, their personalities change because they're looking forward to this weekend. They're working 5 days a week, sometimes more, to have fun 2 days a week, only to rinse and repeat that for life. I'm talking 30 plus years. If that's the life that you don't want to subscribe to, you have to know what you want right now. And more importantly, put the plan in place to achieve it. I posted on Twitter, I think it was a couple days ago, how Bitcoin flew like this, like $2,000-$3,000 in an instant, and how that was a forewarning to what will come for the altcoins. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines right now. And listen, you're not going to change everybody's mindset when it comes to investing. Some people learn through experience. And right now, I literally pulled up a chart. Bitcoin is at 30K and Caspa is above 5 cents. And I get comments all the time, including subscribers of mine. "John, why would you recommend buying Caspa now? Isn't it going to come down? Are you sure it's okay to buy Bitcoin even at this price when it was 27K? And, let this be an indicator of what's to come. The SEC just dropped their lawsuit against XRP's team. The altcoins have not yet been regulated. The Bitcoin ETF is going to be here sooner than later. The Bitcoin halving is going to be here sooner than later. And listen, guys, you have to put in all this work now to achieve the fruits of your labor down the road. Massive success. I'll tell you this, there's times where I hate going to work, and it's not particular to my job. It's just I have a job that can be stressful at times. It is very stressful, especially mentally stressful at times. I have to work overtime, sometimes on my own accord, sometimes by choice, but most of the time I'm forced to stay. Like the other day, I couldn't make a video because I had to stay at work. Working 5 days a week, sometimes more. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot, especially when you have a family. I have YouTube, I have my Patreon and Discord and membership. I'm extremely busy. Okay, I am just like you. I work a job so I can invest it all to the market. I know it's not smart to do that. You're supposed to put in scraps of money you're making on the side, but I really want to change my life. I've been investing now for a long time. In the last 2 years alone, I've been accumulating super freaking heavy into crypto because I know where I want to be. I know I don't want to stay where I'm at right now for my whole life. I don't want to work a job, my current job or any job, for 30, 40 years, have a 401k, a social security, move somewhere and be in my golden years scrapping by. That's never been my plan. That's never been the life I want to have. In America, for those who are from the US, that's the plan. That's the dream for the majority of Americans, is to go to school, go to college, get a career, work a job for the rest of your life, and suffer. Suffer 5 days a week, dealing with a friggin' boss that you probably hate, having to work long hours, work holidays. I work holidays as well. And essentially give up your free time, give up your life for your job. And, especially when you got a family, you got bills to pay, obviously inflation is bringing the prices up. You're working 5 days a week to pretty much just live paycheck to paycheck. The majority of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So a lot of people are struggling right now. I'm not saying I'm one of these people. I'm just saying, I've had a pretty hard path to get to where I'm at now. I failed 2 careers. I've been in college with a worthless degree. This is my 3rd business. I've had so much failure. Even in this crypto market, I've, made some bad trades. Solana wrecked me. I'm not perfect, but I keep pushing. I keep trying to get better. That's where my head is at. I'm always trying to improve. whether it's, for my channel, my business, whether it's at my job trying to move up, whether it's my character, trying to be a stronger, healthier person. I go to the gym, I read books. I'm always trying to work on something, whether it's myself, my portfolio, or working towards a better future. I know the majority of you who are following me sometimes need this motivation because self-motivation is very hard to come by. I'm very blessed to say I'm self-motivated. I've always been. I think that's one of my strongest traits for me is that I don't need somebody to hold my hand. If I want something, I will do whatever it takes to make sure I get it. Even if it takes many hours of sweat and stress and tears, I will eventually put myself in a position to achieve what I want to achieve. But man, I walk into my job sometimes and, I like my coworkers, we're friends, but that is not for me. I want to give you guys a little real example of someone who has to sacrifice for a better future, okay? Delayed gratification is the name of the game. I have this mindset to sacrifice the short term for a better long term. Throughout the summer of this year, last year, I was always told, John, you should de-stress a little bit, go on a vacation, take a break. And I'm not saying I was closed off to the idea, but when you have a goal in your head that you want to achieve, I had this mentality where I just had this all or nothing approach. I want to just keep going. Okay, and this is not for everybody. Sometimes you do gotta take a step back. You'll take 2 steps forward, and then you gotta take 1 step back, reevaluate, and then maybe tread for a little bit, look around, and then keep pushing forward at some point, right? But I want this so friggin' bad. You have no idea. It's always been a dream of mine to be financially free, to, retire my parents. From day one, I've been trying to set myself up, set them up. For those who don't know, when COVID hit in 2020, when the pandemic hit anyway, a lot of people lost their jobs, my father included. And seeing what he went through and then looking at my job, even though I was an essential worker for healthcare, I didn't like that. I didn't want that future for me. He was working a job for 30 plus years, top worker, great worker. And then when crap hit the fan and they had to make cuts, guess who went first? Him. Right? And then ever since then, he had to, the stress of trying to find another job, become a new worker, take a pay cut. It was a lot to see that, obviously he went through a lot personally, but seeing that as his son, my dad's one of my biggest role models. Both my parents have a very good work ethic, and I really pride myself on taking after them when it comes to my character and my work ethic. But when that happened to him, I knew right away I never wanted to be enslaved to a job. Meaning if they were to go under tomorrow or if they were to make cuts, my life changes like that. I didn't want that. Now this investing into crypto, it takes work because at the start you aren't making any money and you have to put in so much more work. Versus a job, you're just gotta show up and sacrifice 8 hours of your day or 12 hours of your day, and then you get paid at the end of the day. It's like a set it, forget it, robot type of thing, and then you get paid every 2 weeks. Investing takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of stress, a lot of endurance, mental endurance. And this is not easy, by the way. It's definitely not easy. I mean, statistically speaking, 80% or more of people lose money in this market. So on top of this, you're already at a disadvantage as a retail investor. You're at a disadvantage compared to smart money because you're a small fish with small funds to invest. And you got manipulation going against you, FUD going against you, sometimes other influencers going against you. And, it's very intimidating. But when it comes to changing your life, this is some of the feelings you got to go through, some of the actions you got to take and weather the storm with. Changing your life is not as simple as snapping your fingers. I know sometimes when it comes to crypto, people want to find the fast lane and say, hey, which crypto will change my life? And then buy in, magical situation of becoming rich. There's times where you find good altcoins, but you can wreck a perfectly good opportunity by not having the experience, the mental strength, the awareness, the experience, the time in the market to understand what's a good move and what's a bad move. One of my close friends bought Bitcoin sub 2K and then he sold it for a 4X at 8K. Imagine if he held it then, how much Bitcoin he had. He'd be rich. myself included, right? I had Shiba Inu at my fingertips in the 8-0 range. I missed it because I was lazy to try to get my bank connected on crypto.com. It wouldn't connect. I tried maybe 2 times and I gave up. I said, I'll wait. And I could have been super rich if I had just stuck it out and fixed it or got in contact with customer service, whatever. These are all past mistakes that I don't want to see you guys make. There's a reason why I always tell you guys to DCA, to put your time in the market, to not try to be a perfect investor, just be better, because you're never going to be a perfect investor. You're not. The reality of the situation is it's going to take many mistakes to become better. But the more time you have in this market, the more you're sacrificing at your everyday life. I know some of you guys are working more than one job. Some of you are working tons of hours that are grinding. It will all pay off. The more you sacrifice today, the better off you're going to be tomorrow. I told you guys in the past video, right? If you want to be comfortable, you have to be uncomfortable first. A lot of people want to relax, live the high life now, and then worry later. I've never liked that idea. I am more of the belief of put in the work now while we're young, and then when we're older, we can relax a little bit. Now, that's just how I think. You could be totally different, but I've always felt in my heart that if I keep pushing to be better, I will eventually achieve my goals. And that's what keeps me going, guys. Like, showing up to work every day, working weekends, working holidays, working overtime, all this stuff that I'm sacrificing and missing out on, especially for the holidays. I love being around my family on the holidays, but, this year I'm working Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'm working Halloween, I'm working every holiday. I had no choice. But this is the sacrifice I'm making. Because I know in a couple years, or maybe sooner, who knows, if I had the opportunity to step away from my job because I have the means to do so, I know everything leading up to that point will be worth it. I'll look back and be so happy I stayed the course. And that's what you have to do as a crypto investor. Sometimes you're always looking for, which crypto should I buy? Should I sell this one? But oftentimes the answer is stay the course. Just keep doing what you're doing. I know it's a lot easier said than done. I know it's boring to hear that. But the longer you're in this market and treading the water, the better off you're going to be. Crypto is not for the faint of heart. It is a cutthroat, fishy fish market. It is a scammy, shady market at times. Okay? Which is why I tell you guys, you got to work on this. More importantly than anything, it is so underrated how the emotional strength of an investor can really help you, especially in these situations where you don't know what to do. But without ranting too long, I know I'm all over the place. I had no planned script for this video. I never do. It's important to remember your why. Why are you an investor and what are your goals? If you remember this every single day, especially during the downtimes where you feel like you've had enough, where you just feel like nothing's going to happen, this is what will push you to keep staying the course and treading. I'm telling you guys, it keeps me going. It really does. It's important to have an outlet to de-stress, of course, but you always have to remember why you're an investor. It can be the good, the financial freedom, being able to do whatever you want, go to the movies on a freaking Wednesday afternoon, being able to, just go on a vacation in the freaking Bahamas, or go to Italy for 2 months because you can. Being able to spend more time with your family. Have a bunch of pets, dogs, cats, a freaking farm, whatever. And you can spend all day with them because you don't have a job to go to. Or you can think about it the reverse, right? The pain. If you hate your job, you hate waking up super early, going to a corporate office and getting lectured by your boss, having crappy coworkers. If the happiness of your future isn't enough to motivate you, think about the pain you're currently enduring and what you can do now to ensure you never gotta feel this pain again. By the way, if you want to reach out to me, talk to me, see your crypto I'm buying, selling, trading, run your portfolio by me, it is a limited tier benefit that I won't be doing for much longer. So if you are interested in that, then definitely capitalize on that. Or you want to just reach out to me, talk to me, be part of a support group, or be in the position to take profits, make this life-changing money before the masses do, then feel free to join my Patreon and Discord. I'll leave a link in the pinned comments down below. It would be awesome to see there. Anyways, now I want to hear from you. What is your main motivation for crypto investing? And how much money are you trying to make this bull cycle? Drop your comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Really helps so much. That being said, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.